So if we're attached to what happens as a way to be happy and well, we're always going to be unsatisfied. We're always going to be let down because what happens is always changing. Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works, just as long as it's comfortable. You really don't want to find something where you're kind of bending over or you're sitting on your foot or whatever. You really just want to find a spot where you can sit for a while without needing to adjust and move or whatnot. You can sit in a chair. You can even be lying down. Just find what works for you. And an upright back is actually preferable here as well. Helps us stay awake and present. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes here. There's a lot of reasons for this, but really the major one is that we want to blur the line between a formal meditation practice and the rest of our life. We kind of do this with everything. We go to the gym and then we have the rest of our day. We go to work and we have the rest of our day. We have these we section off everything. And meditation really is this thing that is a complete transformation of our entire life. So we don't want to just allocate it from one particular part of the day. We want it to be a total transformation. And so our eyes are open during the day. That's why we should practice with our eyes open. So the insights of meditation are not just separated for this special time we call formal practice. We want it to be always happening. In other words, meditation never ends. You could say it that way. But of course, if you've learned to practice with your eyes closed, feel free to just close your eyes. It's not a big deal. Just do what works for you. But if your eyes are open, just leave the screen alone and drop them a little bit down below you. You don't need to look at the screen. You can just follow my voice. We're not staring at anything in particular, but we're also not blurry and buzzed out and fuzzy. We have a nice light gaze looking downward. You're in a nice, comfortable position. Body still. Eyes down and open. Let's begin today's practice by just taking 3 deep breaths, any way you want. In and out. In and out. In and out. And let go of your day so far. All the things you've done and the things you've accomplished. Just leave them alone. Also, let go of this to-do list you have. All the things you need to get done today or tomorrow or the next 10 years. Just leave it. Just come fully to this moment. Nothing special. Just completely be here in this ordinary, everyday moment. And I'm probably catching you now thinking about something, thinking about the future, planning, worried about that noise outside your window, whatever. It's all right. Everything is all right. Notice if you're worrying about doing this correctly. Just let it go. Be completely indifferent to what happens. And just return to this moment as it is and rest. Noticing the sounds around you, the low hum of the refrigerator or the birds chirping outside your window. Noticing the feeling of the body, maybe a particular emotional state or tingling and pressure. And noticing the quality of the air in the room around you as it passes through your nose. Is it cold, warm? Is it dusty, clear? Just notice what is. Just notice this moment simply as it is. And rest. And I'm probably catching you planning something, thinking about a video or work that happens later. It's all right. We're not here to silence the mind. We're not here to shut things off. We're allowing everything to be just as it is and stepping back, not getting involved. And a useful way to do this is to leave our attention away from thinking. Thinking happens all by itself, and we just pay too much attention to it. Very simple. So instead, just find your breath. Wherever you feel your breath the most, just move your attention away from thoughts to that place. Some people feel it in their nose, others in their chest, or even the lower belly. Just notice how when the breath comes in, notice what happens to the body. And as the breath leaves, notice what happens to the body. Just rest your attention with it. And again, I'm probably catching you thinking about something. Don't stop thinking. Let these thoughts continue to run. Just move your attention back to breathing. Can you notice that this moment right here, without attachment to the mind, it's completely all right. Everything is fine. As long as we just remain with breathing and leave our thoughts alone, we can be indifferent to what happens and just rest. Rest with what truly is. All right, you can look at the screen. It's really easy to get worried and strained, burnt out. It's just natural, really. But it isn't our life that makes it difficult. It isn't what happens that makes it difficult. Most of us live our life feeling that it's not really okay. There's something off somehow. Something isn't right and it needs to be fixed. And there are a lot of things that can be fixed, but our happiness shouldn't depend on those things. Our well-being, our sense of security shouldn't be dependent on what happens. Because what happens is always changing. It's always moving. So if we're attached to what happens as a way to be happy and well, we're always going to be unsatisfied. We're always going to be let down. But meditation shows us we can just come back to this moment. Just this, right here. All the problems in the world, the things that need to be fixed, and my problems and my issues and my worries and my struggles and these things, and that person did that person did that. It's not right here. Right here is where we are. This is where you are. You're right here. And learning to be here completely now is really learning how to be truly indifferent to the coming and going of life. And we just stay as we are. In fact, this moment is really what we spend our lives seeking. And thinking that we're going to come back to this moment at some place in the future is silly. We just come back now. And when we come back now and we just stay here and just be attentive to it, leaving thoughts alone, we notice that everything is all right just as it is right here. right now as you look at me. It's all right. It sounds too simple to be true. That's why meditation practice is important, because it's a way of investigating what's real from our experience, from our point of view. Thoughts will always take us on some ride into the future or into the past. So to be present is to just let go of thoughts. Not push them away, not ignoring them, but just let them run on their own and just stay here. Stay with our freedom. Now, if you're new here, welcome. The Attentive Mind, this channel, posts a video like this every single day. And the goal here is to form a community of meditation practitioners, but in a completely secular context, not one where you need to believe in anything. We're not talking about tarot readings. We're not talking about chakras. We're not talking about spirituality. We're not talking about any of that. We're just here to practice, true practice. Not belief systems that will make me feel better. Not identities, just practice. So join me, and I'll be here for you every single day, no exceptions. And of course, if you have any questions about what I talk about here, please comment below. I answer all questions thoroughly. And thank you to everyone who has been asking questions. It's been a great joy to see some of you grow in your meditation practice and to see how your questions may be helpful to other people in this community. Also, I'm open to suggestions. So if these videos aren't working for you, or if they're too steep, or if you feel like something's off here and it doesn't work for you, let me know. I'm always wanting to try to reach this practice to you. It's one thing to know how to meditate and to do it well for yourself. It's a completely other thing to try to teach it well. And, I'm in this camp of trying to share it. So your suggestions I'm completely open to. So feel free to comment below. All right. But yes, thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And I'll see you tomorrow.